Maybe it's just something I'm doing wrong. You know, maybe I am rendering all this stuff. And it's just not showing up because of some reason, right? I mean, is there like some set active camera Unreal? So it's set view target, which is on the player controller. Yeah, we got things like camera shake, no problem. But and like server stuff, but I just want to set a view target. So I mean, what exactly does this do? Set camera mode, set camera fade. So let me just take a look to see what this actually does when we hit play here and we do. Yeah. So we set view target. It's going to get the player camera manager and set the view target to this new view target, which is standard player 2. So this is inside of player camera manager with a different one we're transitioning. So assign, yeah, okay, so we're assigning the view target. So target, become view target, client set view target. What is this player camera manager? Managing the camera for a particular player defines the final view properties. So what is this? Camera style, get locked field of view. Is there just literally just a camera in here that just doesn't do anything? Like okay, you can only have one camera, and it's like wait a minute, I want to do something with this camera. This looks like we're basically totally screwed with with the camera stuff. Like, what the fuck? I just want to have 2 render passes here. I get that it's expensive, but that's the entire point. Is we're trying to combine rendering views here. This is not frickin' rocket science. I can do this in other engines, no damn problem at all. Why the hell can I not do it in this one? This makes no sense. This makes no sense at all to me. So there's like a project settings, maps, and modes use split screen? What the fuck? It's like settings, project settings, maps, and modes. And then use split screen is literally a freaking thing on here. No, I don't want to use split screen. I want like rendering to actually like let me do something. Like, I want to render 2 frickin' cameras. I can't believe this isn't a thing. Like, this seems so dumb that I mean, is it really just like we have to? Combine two cameras. Unreal. So there's a scene capture component which could actually do something? Yeah, so the only thing I'm really finding that even comes close to this is this scene capture component is used to capture a screenshot of a scene from a single plane and feed it to the render target. There are settings for controlling the field of view and capturing, as well as specifying the render target texture. So what we'd be doing is we'd basically have a texture that's in front of us, and we'd be rendering to it. Yeah, okay, I guess this is really convoluted for just like, you know, in Unity is damned easy. You get another little thing in there. It took me like a couple hours just to. So you don't want a second camera. The one is a scene capture component. Alright, so if we compile this, what we should be able to do is create a blueprint with a scene capture 2D component and assign a render target texture, which we then use as a material. I should probably just like go pull up the frickin' Unity code for the for getting it to work, and just to show how utterly simple it is in Unity versus this Unreal stuff to get this actually working. Because this is just silly. And And the other thing is, I don't know if I can change like the render target mode and like all this other crap. This is unnecessary. Okay, so scene capture component is used to capture a snapshot of a scene for single play. So let's make a new folder here inside of content, and let's call it test content. And inside of test content, let's make a new blueprint. And let's see, can I go from scene capture? Yeah, scene capture 2D. Let's select it and let's call this scene capture test. So let's boot it up. So what this has got is it looks like, alright. So the texture target, I guess we can actually assign a texture. So why don't we make a texture? Let's make a, what is it going to be, a new asset. This is going to be media texture, materials and textures. This is just going to be a render target, a 2D render target texture resource used as a target for rendering as well as rendering as a regular 2D texture resource. So this is going to be scene capture test out. So if we open up our scene capture, wait, what? How come I'm not getting the... I'm not getting the nice, the nice looking render thing. Must have closed something. Oh, come on. What happened to the nice, like, blueprint looking thing? So yeah, it's a perspective camera component tick. The texture target should be this scene capture source, composition mode, overwrite. Okay, so here's here's what we got. So basically we are going to have a texture target that we actually get to draw to. So what we should do is set up like something that is this material. So can we like create a sprite, or if it's a static texture, I guess we need to create like we need to make a material. So we need to create a material. So we're going to call this one Scene Capture Test Material. And what we want is to input a texture to this thing. And this is where I really don't know anything about the material editor. Can I just like drag this in here? Oh, I can. Okay, good. And we're gonna open up the, I'm thinking materials, if we just open up like one of these sprites. So if you look at the default sprite material, this is what the default sprite material looks like. So let's basically recreate it, but with the texture here, texture sample. Okay, so we need our texture coordinates. So texture coordinate is supposed to hook into here, and then we're supposed to have a multiply. So we're going to take the texture sample and chuck it into here, and then this is going to go to the emissive color. And we need a vertex color, so we need vertex color, and that needs to go here, and this is the alpha channel? Yeah, this is the opacity mask for this thing. So we're hooking up the texture sample into here, and this goes into the opacity mask. Oh, can we just drag it in there? And then can we turn on opacity? Why? Blend mode, translucent? Well, actually we don't need anything. It should just be opaque, as far as I know, because this will be in the background, so... Yeah, we don't need an opacity mask. Really, we just need the emissive color from the texture UVs to go straight in is what we need for the material. So I think if we just take that out, and it's just vertex color goes in there. We multiply the vertex color and the texture sample. Yeah, and the vertex color should be, you know, white or whatever, right? And let's just take a look. Surface, blend mode masked, no. Shading model. I guess unlit is what we want. Opacity value, clip, no. Tangent space normals. Support accurate velocities. Let's see, no tessellation, blah blah blah. Primitive type. It's just alright. So why is it just not even showing up there? It's opaque, it's unlit. Default lit, it's just black. Yeah, basically it should just be unlit. So if we have the scene capture test material, which we have just set up, which takes a texture from your thing and it throws it in there. So we should be able to create like a quad or something. So let's see, where is this like is there like quad? No. There's a box, a cube, a cylinder. Come on, there's got to be like geometry. Like what? There's got to be a quad object. Is it a plane? Is that what it's called? It says inside of engine content, there's just editor plane. Don't see engine content at the bottom right. I mean, they have like these shaped planes. Is that what we need? Static mesh? So we duplicate this. And let's throw it over in our... This is not what I wanted to do. We want to throw this into test content. Let's move here. I like how it has to do like 20 perf force commands just to move the damn thing. So we've got our plane here. Alright, good. So if we take this plane and we throw it out here, we can... Alright, it's got the static mesh. We're going to change the material to scene capture test material. And let's see, what way do we need to rotate this? It needs to be rotated in the Y by 90. And maybe we need to make it like 10 by 10. Right. So there it is. And how do we actually look at what the hell this thing sees? I mean, if we hit play, what does it look like? It looks like nothing. So capture every frame, composition mode overwrite. Auto activate, detail mode, high. Alright, yeah. Capture every frame. So the question is, how do we activate the scene capture thing? I mean, I'd assume it should just be running right now, but I'm not getting anything from it. What if we chuck it right up here? No. Like if you look at this texture, like you can see in the thumbnail view, like it's got what we want in there. It's got the mountains. So how do we get it to actually frickin' draw? So scene capture activation is what we have to actually like camera. Scene capture test is located at capture source, final color, normal in RGB, base color in RGB, composite mode, overwrite, show only actors, capture on movement, close process settings, visible. So why are we seeing nothing? Yeah, and inside our material here, like, there you go, like that's our render target right there. Supposedly that's what it looks like, and they play the damn game, it's not running. So why is our scene capture test not it's not doing anything, is it? We got our scene capture and then our capture component. There's got to be something with this. You're rendering here, but there's nothing in the material. Why not? Why not? It says it's there. It says it's there, but it doesn't render in the frickin' game. So why? Why, God? Why have you forsaken me? I just want to render the render target to the texture, and you're making this real difficult here. I mean, do we have to do like event begin play, scene capture, active? Yeah. Is it like camera? Is there some sort of scene capture, get capture, get hidden actors? Is there like get camera? Target is a scene capture. It's capture scene. Yeah, they have like this tutorial here with like this camera switcher button, and it's like, oh yeah, the scene blueprint, blah 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 blah, and it's like, what the hell? Like, it's none of the function that they're referencing. This scene capture activation using interface security alarm blah is. It's like a lot of their tutorial stuff just isn't freaking helpful, you know. I mean, maybe this is inside of their starter content or something. Like if I looked for security, yeah, no, it's just not here. I mean, there's a camera capture component, which like begin play, we're basically supposed to do like activate. I mean, okay, so target is that, so activate on begin play, and let's, I guess, compile it. Let me just save everything. And what I want to do is set a breakpoint on this thing. How do we set breakpoints? Toggle breakpoint. Alright. So we are actually activating. So we do call activate. And if we go to our output log, yeah, we have activated the capture component. It does actually get printed out there. So the question is, why are we not seeing our render target actually get rendered every frame? This activate capture component 2D. I don't know. I mean, and if we look at our how is our shape plane 2, our scene capture material is still just blank. So maybe I need to assign a material to the texture or something like that. How do I do that? Source texture should be a thing. So we have a static mesh. So the default sprite material. Is there somewhere where we're actually specifying that there's a texture that we need to assign to this object? So we got texture coordinate. Yes, this is a texture sample. Well, how do we set this? How do we expose this? Because I don't see anything in here. View textures used by this material, which there are none. So what I need to do is I need to add a texture to this material. Well, that's the first thing I was looking at, was that maybe the scene is too far out from the camera, but that's not the case. Like, these things are real close. It should at least get the skybox, right? Like, because the skybox is going to render regardless. So at least we would see clouds if this thing was rendering. And it just looks like I'm not assigning the texture to the material. From texture asset. No. I mean, it's so stupid. There's got to be something real frickin' easy here with materials. Well, why don't we try something else real quick? Let's just take this guy and say, like, let's take a different texture that we know is correct, right? Like a texture from here, like a sprite sheet, and just drag it in. So yeah, it should look like that, and when we hit play here, it's again blank. So yeah, okay, like we just have like a material that's all sorts of screwed up right here. What the fuck? Okay, so I needed to save the damn material? I needed to save the material, that's it? Oh yeah, just don't forget to save the fucking material, guys. Just Jesus Christ. Sometimes I hate my life. It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. There is no reason. There's no reason to be upset. There's no reason to be upset. Alright, so we can just take that thing out of there. Whoops, that's not what I want. So what we want to do... Damn it, that's not... Stop it. Fuck. What the hell am I doing? Basically, this thing, this object, this plane needs to be kind of a child component of this camera thing. Like, and we can actually see, like, you know, actually look at it like a little TV. So what we need to do is we need to have this thing move with us, and we need to have not only the quad move with the camera, but we need to have this scene capture test object also move with the camera. So I wonder if we can just use tags, and I can just do like tag this as scene capture cam. And I can tag this guy as scene capture quad. Whoa, okay. And what we can do is we can go into our player proxy actor and we can just on begin play. It's like get entity by tag or something. Is that something in our entity utils? No. I'm almost positive I've already created a function to do exactly this. I just need to go look it up. There's like get physics managers and all that stuff. Well, we're gonna search for it. We're going to search for by tag. We're just going to search for tag. So it's in Dashkin game mode. Where are you, Dashkin game mode? You in game? Dashkin game mode. Get actor. Get all actors of with tag. So actually we want to... Do we have the post-tick update on the player proxy actor? We have update camera position. We're doing that on the tick, and the tick is start physics. So what we want to do is we want to call the get there's a Dashkin game instance get. Alright, well this is a static thing, so get all actors with tag. And we want to pass in an F name, so we're just going to do text. And then a T array of actors, so we're going to say scene captures, and we also need our scene quads. So our scene quads are all going to have the tag scene capture quad, and these guys are all going to have the tag scene capture camera. And what we're going to do is the scene capture camera, it looks like, should be so for actor star, actor, and scene captures, and for actor and scene quads. What we want to do is we want to get our transform. So just get actor, transform, get translation. So current position, and then we're gonna set it. It's gonna be actor, set actor, transform. Yeah, so we want to get actor, transform. So F transform. Trans is that trans.set translation, current position. And we're going to add an F vector to it. Basically, we want to add to the scene captures, we want to add 5,000 in the X direction, and then 0, 0. Then we just do actor, set transform, trans. And these guys, it's just 1500, so it's going to be like, for scene quads, it's just, we're just going to give it 1,000 as the X axis there. So we're going to save everything and then close it. Wait for this to go, and we're also going to print out info log, setting scene, capture position, yeah, found and set, found and set scene capture position, scene quad position. So what this should do is it should basically position this thing, the scene capture, far beyond our camera, and it should position the scene quad just a little bit behind our current camera's rail. And what we should then see is, we should see, you know, the background as we move left and right nicely inside of that little window. It should look like what we would expect for, you know, a scene. So if we hit play, nothing works. Great. Alright. So yeah, we're also not getting our logs. So let's just double check real quick that we actually, like, it's got scene capture quad as a tag there. So we're gonna see exactly what's going on here in this tick. So get all actors with tag scene quads. Alright, so init name, get all actors in our world with scene capture quad, out actors. This is our camera test world, and for every actor and has tag scene capture quad, out actors is empty. What the fuck? We set these. Oh, they're component tags. Alright. Why did I do that? So we set, the reason we couldn't find them is because the components have the tags on them and not the actors themselves. This is another, like, just basic thing with Unreal that I'm still getting used to. So let's put it back up. Let's take a look at these objects. So we want to reset the tags on the thing, and we want to add actor tags. Yeah, okay, so here are the actor tags. Okay, so that guy is scene capture quad, and this guy is scene capture camera. So we have to actually go to actor, scene capture test. Where's the damned actor? Like, give me a fucking break here. Like, where is the damned actor itself? Like, scene capture test, and we've got tags on the components, but you know, we go over to like this guy and he's got an actor thing on him, and this guy doesn't.